Eric Newman called, and he's the creator of Narcos. We've learned that people will sell their souls to be on television in Hollywood. And as we're leaving, he said, one more question. He said, why are you guys so hesitant to do anything with your story? That the last thing we wanted was anybody would ever glorify somebody like Pablo Escobar, a mass murderer, the world's first narco-terrorist. And Eric promised us that night that he would never do that. And in our opinion, Eric has lived up to his word 100%. In early 2013, in February, is when a guy named Eric Newman called, and he's the creator of Narcos. When I talked to him on the phone, I turned him down on the phone, and I'm pretty sure he probably fell out of his chair because we've learned that people will sell their souls to be on television in Hollywood. So he said, listen, if I come to Washington, with a couple of writers, can we just have dinner and tell you our idea? And if you say it's no, then it's no. So I had dinner with them, and Javier and I did our research beforehand, and we realized that they were well-educated, successful in Hollywood, had great careers. And when I met them, our personalities clicked. So at the end of the meeting, we're leaving the restaurant, and Eric asked, he said, so what are you going to do? And I said, well, Javier and I'll discuss this, but I think, we may want to move forward with these guys, and let's see what happens. And as we're leaving, he said, one more question. He said, why are you guys so hesitant to do anything with your story? And we made it plain to Eric from the very beginning that the last thing we wanted was anybody would ever glorify somebody like Pablo Escobar, a mass murderer, the world's first narco-terrorist. And Eric promised us that night that he would never do that. And in our opinion, Eric has lived up to his word 100%.
And you did a great job because before Narcos, we've seen a lot of movies about his money, about Robin Hood, and about some good parts, let's say, about Pablo. And he did a great job by putting everything down and saying who Pablo was. And tell us about Valeria Velez. Her real name is Virginia Vallejo. Did you actually meet her? Did you talk to her?
No. I mean, I know about her. She was a reporter who, obviously my recollection is a little different. It's basically Pablo was using her for the press. She was, so I'll because I just know that I know the story, but I know a reporter and Pablo was utilizing her.
I see. So about the truth in Narcos, everything is true, what we see in there?
If you like the show, it's all true.
Yeah. Exactly.
The truth is, and when we do our stage show, we talk about this as well. Through our own analysis together, we believe that about a third of what you see is actually true. Those events happen and they're depicted correctly. The second third, well, those events happen, but they've been changed. They've been dramatized. The details have been changed to make it more action-packed or more dramatic. And then the last third is just straight out make-believe Hollywood. It shows that I was kidnapped. I was never kidnapped. That's Hollywood. It shows that Javier was passing classified information to Los Pepis. He never did that. If he did, he'd be in jail. Right? So it just shows you that the writers in Hollywood have very creative minds.
And remember, the chronology on Narcos is accurate. The time events, the bombings, assassinations. But it's a great show, and we tell people, what. And when it first came out, Steve and I talked. I said, no one's going to watch it. And man, we were wrong. All of a sudden, it was what? There's a following. People loved it. So they did a great job. And that's really why I guess we're here too, right?